Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial arts superstar. He was a deep thinker, a philosopher whose ideas about life, self-expression, and adaptability went far beyond fighting. Imagine a person who could move like lightning, yet also spend hours pondering the deepest questions of existence. That's Bruce Lee, the ultimate warrior philosopher. Born in San Francisco in 1940 but raised in Hong Kong, Bruce Lee began his martial arts journey studying Wing Chun Kung Fu. He quickly showed immense talent, but also an independent spirit, often questioning traditional methods. This early training gave him a strong foundation, but his curious mind soon sought more. When Bruce Lee moved back to the United States as a young man, he began teaching martial arts. Here he encountered various fighting styles from different cultures. He observed that many traditional styles had strict rules and rigid movements, which he felt could limit a fighter's effectiveness in a real combat situation. This critical observation became the cornerstone of his revolutionary approach. Bruce Lee began to distill what he saw as essential from various martial arts, shedding what he considered superfluous or restrictive. He wasn't interested in collecting styles. Rather, he sought the universal principles of combat and, more profoundly, the principles of self-liberation. This led to the development of Jeet Kune Do, JKD, the way of the intercepting fist, not as another style to follow, but as a philosophy for personal growth and expression through martial arts. At its heart was the iconic teaching Be Water, urging practitioners to be formless, adaptable, and fluid in every aspect of life, reflecting his profound belief in individualism and self-actualization. One of the core principles of JKD is simplicity and directness. Bruce Lee believed that unnecessary movements waste time and energy. He emphasized getting straight to the point, finding the most efficient way to achieve your goal, whether in a fight or in life. Another crucial aspect of JKD is adaptability. Bruce Lee famously said, "Using no way as way, having no limitation as limitation." This means not being tied to any single method or technique. Instead, a practitioner should be able to adapt to any situation, like water flowing around an obstacle. This idea of adaptability is beautifully captured in his most famous philosophical teaching, Be Water. He explained, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. If you put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend." The be water philosophy applies not just to fighting, but to all aspects of life. It teaches us to be flexible, to adjust to changing circumstances, and to overcome challenges by finding the path of least resistance or by powerfully breaking through when necessary. It's about resilience and constant evolution. Beyond his physical prowess, Bruce Lee was an avid reader and a serious scholar. His personal library contained thousands of books on philosophy, psychology, martial arts, and self-help. He constantly wrote down his thoughts, developing a profound understanding of the human condition. He believed deeply in self-actualization, the idea of discovering and developing one's true self. He argued that we shouldn't just imitate others or follow blindly. Instead, we should look within, understand our own strengths and weaknesses, and express our unique potential. This emphasis on the individual was revolutionary. Bruce Lee challenged the idea of rigid systems, whether in martial arts or in life. He encouraged people to break free from limitations imposed by tradition, society, or even their own minds, to find their own truth and pave their own way. Bruce Lee's warrior side was characterized by incredible discipline and relentless training. He pushed his body to its limits, constantly experimenting with diet and exercise to optimize his physical capabilities. He believed a strong body was essential for a strong mind and for effective self-expression. His dedication to training allowed him to perform amazing feats of strength, speed, and agility, showcased in his iconic films like Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. These movies didn't just entertain, they introduced a new level of martial arts realism and cinematic excellence to the world. As a philosopher, Bruce Lee taught that true martial arts were not about winning fights, but about understanding oneself. The highest technique is to have no technique, he said, meaning that genuine mastery comes from spontaneous, intuitive action, free from rigid rules. He merged the warrior and the philosopher by showing that physical training wasn't just about fighting. It was a path to mental and spiritual growth. The discipline of martial arts helped him to understand his body, his mind, and his spirit, making them all work together in harmony. Bruce Lee's impact extended far beyond martial arts. He was a pioneer for Asian representation in Hollywood, breaking stereotypes and showing audiences a charismatic, powerful, and intelligent Asian leading man, inspiring countless individuals across cultures. His philosophy of adapting, being flexible, and expressing oneself resonates strongly even today. In a world that is constantly changing, his message to be water and embrace fluidity is more relevant than ever, encouraging us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and innovation. Bruce Lee's enduring legacy isn't solely defined by his individual achievements as a martial artist or a philosopher, but by how seamlessly he integrated these two seemingly disparate aspects into a unified way of being. He demonstrated that true strength emerges not just from physical power, but from mental clarity, emotional intelligence, and spiritual depth. His life became a living embodiment of JKD's principles and the Be Water philosophy, offering a powerful blueprint for individuals seeking to achieve their full potential by harmonizing their physical capabilities with their intellectual and spiritual growth. This holistic approach is what continues to inspire millions to pursue a path of continuous self-improvement and authentic self-expression. So, when we talk about Bruce Lee, we remember not just the incredible fighter, but the profound thinker who challenged conventions, inspired millions, and showed us that true strength comes from mastering both the body and the mind. He truly was the warrior philosopher.